Hello, fellow coin collectors and note nabbers. This is Mr. Gus with Cedar County Coins, and this is a very special episode. This is the weekend after Thanksgiving. I said I was going to do a quarter hunt and fill, but I changed my mind. We're going to do quarters, dimes, nickels, and penny hunt and fill. That's right, this is going to be a four-way hunt and fill. I don't know if the title should be that. To me, it sounds a lot better in my head. You can judge me in the comments. Anyway, I decided to do that because in this can here, this can was given to me by a relative of mine who lives here in town. I asked him, he brought this can to me, and he said, I was thinking about cashing this in. Could you maybe count this, and whatever you find, you can take out of it, and you can pay me back? I asked him if he could do that. He said, yeah, go for it. So, that's what we're going to do. First, going to do the pennies. Then we're going to do the nickels, then the dimes, then the quarters. And this thing was like a quarter full with quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies. In here are his pennies. I have the dimes, nickels, and quarters somewhere else. You'll see them later in the video. And this is my change of pennies I had over the months. So this is going to be a mixture of my change and his change. So, like I said, oh, I don't know if you can see it, but I have my cheat sheets all here. My books are all here. Little notebook to keep track of everything in case I should take. If I find anything interesting in my relatives' change, I'll make a note of it. I'll count everything, and yep, all my cheat sheets. I talked long enough. Round 1. Pennies. Ding ding. So, got through my change. That's the copper I have. Well, it's all 70s. But, unbeknownst to me, I found in circulation a very, very slick Wheatie. When I flipped it around, it was also very thick. After playing around with it, try to shine the light real good. I have my little magnifying glass right over there. I am damn near certain that this is a 1909 penny. And I flipped it around trying to find the VDB, and it's pretty slick, so I cannot tell if it is or is not there. Usually you find it at the bottom of the rim on the 1909. Some were printed with the VDB on the bottom, and some were not. The VDB are the initials, are the original person who made the Lincoln cent. And my jaw just dropped when I saw 1909 appear on that, shine off on that penny. My jaw just dropped right to the floor. I just cannot believe it. I had for I don't know how many months in my change, sitting on my table, a penny all the way from 1909. And if you do the math right, let's see, it's 2023. I would say this penny is 116? Hold on, let me think here. I think it's 123-year-old, no, roughly 120-year-old penny right here, 120-year-old coin. Sorry for spending a lot of time, but my jaw just dropped. I'm still in shock that I found this penny. I'm going to post a short later on before I put this in the book. So, new oldest coin found. 1909 penny. Alright, I gotta get back to work. Enough blabbering. I'm sorry. Well, after combing through all those pennies, no upgrades. But only one addition. And that is for book number 1. And that's this guy right here. 1909 Philadelphia. Slick, sure. But an addition, and one hell of an addition at that. So, that takes care of the pennies. Round 2 is the nickels. After tad bit of eye strain, cleared through the dimes, only 4 additions and 1 upgrade. That's this 1969 Denver. Also upgraded this 1970 Philadelphia. This 75 Denver. And these two 81 Denver and 82P. 1 upgrade and 4 additions. Next are the big ones. The quarters. Might take a while. I'll be right back. It is now 12:23 a.m., almost half past midnight. And I think I started working on all of this roughly 6 hours ago. And now 6 hours of work, counting, a little bit of eye strain, rush here and there, all damn done. And this is the result of the quarters. You're looking at the big book of state quarters. I'm going to give you a bit of a slow look at it here. good portion of this came from my own change and my relatives' change in this can here. And the last page here. That's the state quarter book, also DC and territorial. Now for the national park quarters. I'm going to do it reverse this time. Newest to oldest. I have not found a W quarter yet. Emphasis on the yet. So far as I know, there are W quarters that were made with some national park backs on them. For example, the National American Park, otherwise known as the back quarter, was minted at West Point, and that's why some quarters have W on them. 2020 and 2019, instead of a P for Philadelphia or D for Denver, you'll see a W on there. That means they were minted at West Point, New York. And you'll also find some, I don't know if they do park or state, but you'll also find some that were minted in San Francisco. You'll see a S mint mark on there. Oh. Just about forgot this first page here. That's the book from this book number 2. Here's book number 1. If I went a little bit too fast, feel free to scroll back and pause. I would say this is probably the worst of the bunch. Perry's Victory, 2013 Philadelphia. That's book 1 of the park quarters. Now, here is book 4 of the Eagleback quarters. If you see a quarter and it has kind of like an eagle at the back, well, here, I'll show you. This is one of the finds. I got in a little capsule. If it has this back on it, that means this quarter was made sometime between the years 1998 all the way back to 1932. However, you will not find 1933 quarters. Well, I should say, you will not find any 1933 Washington quarters. There was a 1-year gap before they were officially put into production. That's book 4. And here's book 3. This is a bit of an older book, and that's why I have some of the mintages and years written in there. Handwriting's not really the best. Feel free to judge me for it. Excuse me. Also, want to point out, on quarters 1965 all the way to 1998, you will find the mint mark right there. If the camera can kindly focus. There, you can see it. That little ding right there. You'll see a mint mark on there. But if you have a quarter that is 1964 and older, like a coin from the early 60s, 50s, 40s, and so on, you got yourself a 90% silver quarter there. So, to recap, for the pennies, there was only one edition, and that was the 1909 non-VDB penny. Very slick. I put that in the book number 1 of the penny folder. No additions, no upgrades, and no fines for the nickels or the dimes. But for the quarters, we now have, thanks to my change and my relatives' change, total of 147. Let me say that again. 147 out of 287 total coins that all 5 of these books hold. And the only find try to be cool and denied by God. The find is this 1977 S minted quarter here. Now in this light, it looks to me like a proof, but in the light, there's a bit of circulation on it. I don't know if it's either a proof coin or if it's a NIFC. I want to think it is a proof coin. I think it's a proof coin. But anyway, this whole lot, took me roughly, if I could glance on, no, I'm not going to try, 6 hours to complete. So, Hope you all enjoyed this hopefully you all enjoyed this second four-way hunt. This is a exhausted, tired, and proud Mr. Gus with Cedar County Coins, wishing you all a good day and good luck. See you on the next one.